Hey everybody, hello, welcome in. Get y'all pulled up over here. Happy Wednesday. Let's see. I just got off Whatnot, so I'm trying to shift from Whatnot mode to Facebook mode. Hang on, let me find us. Here we go. So as you pop in, say hi, let me know you're here. We are going to put together one of my new gingerbread craft kits. It's so cute. Super duper cute. I think if I watch this from my personal page, I'll be able to see the comments a lot better. I don't see any comments, so if you pop in, say hi. Let me see if I can see everybody. Sorry, I'm just trying to find y'all. Okay. Here we go. All right. Let's see here. Hey, Angie, I see one person. Okay, I think I'm here. Okay, there it is. Alrighty, now we're done. Okay. All right, so we've got a new, I know it's early. It's just now October, and here I am pulling out gingerbread stuff, but this is so stinking cute. We gotta paint it. We gotta see how it's gonna look. All right, I feel like y'all are so far away. Hey Mary, hello. Hey Sarah. Hello everybody. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start. It's a new DIY kit. It's 3 signs in this kit, and they're so cute. So let me grab these. We're gonna put them together. It's gonna be so fun. Okay, we're gonna start with the little one because it's so cute. It's it looks like the cookie dough is like rolled out, and then let me see if I can hold it up. And then like the cookie cutter has cut the cookie shape out. That's what it looks like. It's so cute. It's hard to get a good idea until it's painted, but you'll see it looks like cookie dough, and then the cut, and then the little cookie cutter. It'll make more sense once it's painted. So let's get started on it. I'm gonna do a bright red theme on this one. My favorite red for like Christmas stuff is this one, the Deco Art Tuscan Red. It's one of my favorites. I think Apple Barrel has a Tuscan Red, but it's more of a brown red. This is a red. This is so pretty. So we're going to use this one. And so this first piece is a little, like I said, it's three signs. So this is the small one. I put the link, when I posted on my page that I was about to go live, I put the link to this in the comments. It's, I think it's $16 for the three the whole thing. Okay, so you get the base, which the backer has like the shiplap, faux shiplap lines, and then it's got like the outline to show you where, like where the pieces go, so you can see like where the frame is going to click on here. And it's got like faux greenery. It's going to be so cute. So let me, I had stuff laying on this plate, and now it's got little glitter and stuff in it. All right, so I'm going to start out, I'm just going to paint the background of this red. It's going to be so cute. And actually, this is going to cover up right here, so I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about staying in the lines. It's going to have a frame, like a border on it. So I'm just going to paint right over that. How is everybody? Hey, Kay. Hey, Carla. I'm glad you caught me too. I was planning on doing this on Whatnot. I was going to go on there and craft and then do my little auction. But I went on there and I went on a little bit early, and instead of crafting, I just went ahead and went straight to the auction, because sometimes that can take a while. You try to go through them fast. And I say, whenever I do the bundle bags, I always say, I'm not going to show everything in it. It'll take too long. And then here I go pulling everything out, explain everything that's in it. I don't know. I'm one of those people. I want to see what's in the bag. You know? What am I getting? So I feel like everybody else wants to see it too. Okay. So as you can see, you can still see the shiplap lines, and I'm not worrying about the edges. I do want to get up here because that greenery, the faux greenery, you can see where it goes. It's going to cover up all around there. So I just want to make sure that the red is in the background like that. Okay, let me see. There's a little spot I missed. So, and if you have a lot of paint on your brush and you get paint down in the, like the etched lines, I just use like you can use a nail, you can use a toothpick, you can use a thumbtack, whatever you have, and just slide it right over there, you know, in that outline. If you get paint down in those little grooves, it'll come right out. This is so cute. There's a whole, like a whole theme. Well, this theme, there's like a whole bunch of pieces that go with this, but I wanted to go ahead and get one. There's one that looks like a tray. It's actually a sign. It's a sign, but it looks like a little tray with handles with this same theme to it. I'm probably going to end up getting that one too. But it's going to be so cute. So I want it to look like the cookie dough has like some flour on it. So I'm so excited because y'all know I love to dry brush everything. Yes, the jumbo thumbtack, Amanda. Hey Lorna, hey Melissa. Hello everybody. Y'all come on in. So let's do, I wonder if I should go ahead, since I've got that red out. No, let's just do one at a time. I'm so excited to see this one particular one with the cookie dough. That's why I'm like trying to get this one done. Oh, you know what? I don't think I have my silver in here. I kind of want to paint the cookie cutter silver. So we'll see. We will see how that goes. All right, so I'm going to do my cookie dough. I've always heard people say that this Territorial Beige by Apple Barrel is like a really good color for gingerbread. So let's see. Let's see how it looks. Hey, Donna. You watched a little of our whatnot, but had to leave. I wanted to highlight my hair this month. I need to get mine. It's about time to get mine colored again. It's about that time. Okay, I think I need a sponge. All right, let's see how this territorial beige. I may end up mixing. I grabbed nutmeg brown, which is kind of dark. I might mix a little of that with it if I need to. Okay, let's use the territorial beige. See how it looks. So I'm gonna do the cookie dough and the cookie. Okay, so this is the cookie dough. These are so cute. I mean, how can anything gingerbread man not be cute, you know? And they're so fun, especially if you decorate, like if you decorate your kitchen. I have a little, like a small tree that I always put like right, it's between my kitchen and my breakfast room. It just fits perfectly right there. But every year I put that one there, and it's a snowman theme. And I always say, oh, I'm going to switch it up and do a gingerbread theme. And I just might have to do it this year because these are super cute. It'd be fun to make an ornament with this theme, with the, you know, the rolling pin and the dough and the cookie cutter. I think that'd be cute. I might have to design something like that. I might make one of those for our private group. Hey, Donna. Both Donnas are here. Both Donnas. Hey, Susie. Okay. I don't know that name. We shall see. All right. I think for the rolling pin, I'm going to do a different brown. Actually, I'm going to go a little lighter. This is that classic caramel color, caramel. Do y'all say caramel or caramel? Caramel, like a car? Or caramel. It's not much different, but it's a little, yeah, it's a little different. That's perfect. Alrighty. Okay, so it's got this greenery, like faux greenery sprig, and then it's got this little embellishment as like two candy canes making a heart. I'm going to paint that white and then add the red. Y'all, I think that Whatnot show, let's see, it was just a little over an hour, I think. That wasn't too bad. Sometimes I get on there and it takes forever. And it's because I always say I'm not going to show everything. I'm just going to say, here's a bundle bag. And I can't help it. I just start dragging stuff out of the bags and it takes up time. But that's just me. This green is Deco Art Eucalyptus Leaf. I love this for the greenery. It's kind of got like a blue undertone to it. It's really pretty. Yeah, I might have to do that. for our private group. We'll have to do something with these gingerbread men. For sure. I mean, who doesn't love gingerbread men? Isn't that pretty green? Hi, Lori. All right. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and hit all these with the green real quick since I've already got it out. I'll make it go a little quicker. Chicken noodle soup sounds really good. You know, I was telling y'all there's a ramen noodle bar near us, and I'm like hooked on that place. And now I've got Greg hooked on it. Because he used to say, you know, where do all these bags come from? Because when they deliver your food, it's in this really cool little like tote bag. This little black tote bag, and it says Yumi Ramen Bar or something like that. And there's a whole bunch of bags, and I was like, well, sometimes if I don't feel good and I just want some soup, which I know you can get ramen. You can get like a case of ramen for $3, I think. But this is so good because you can add things to it. Like you pick your noodles. Like you can pick just the regular ramen noodles, or you can do like the pad thai noodles, or thin noodles, thick noodles. I mean, you know, you pick all that. And then you can pick your add-ins. Like you can add corn or bean sprouts, which I don't do any of that. I have added corn before. And you can pick if you want it spicy. You can do like regular broth, or you can do like coconut broth, which the coconut broth is really good. Have y'all ever had coconut soup? Like if you go to like a Japanese restaurant or a Chinese restaurant, it's made with coconut milk. So the first time I heard about it, I was like, ew, coconut soup. Y'all, if you go to a Chinese restaurant or a Japanese restaurant and they have it on the menu, try it. It is so good. It is really good. Even if you don't like coconut. Like, Callie doesn't really like coconut, but she likes that soup. It's just made with coconut milk. But anyway, I get that. And then you can add like chicken wonton to it. So they'll throw in some chicken wontons. It's so good. Angie, now you got me wanting soup or ramen. Chicken noodle soup sounds good. We were just saying last night, tomato soup with grilled cheese sandwiches sounds good. Yes, it starts cooling off. Yeah, I swear my hair is just falling out. Everywhere I look, my hair is there. I'm shedding like a dog. Hey, Kel. Steak, mashed potatoes, and green beans. Okay, now that sounds good too. What's everybody else having? Because I got to figure out what we're doing for dinner. I know, soup season. I am so ready for it. Soup season, crock pot season. All the good stuff. Okay, so all my greenery's done. Let's see. I wonder. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put some white on the peppermint piece, the candy cane pieces. There's a couple of little candy cane embellishments in this kit. So, so you get two candy cane shapes, and then you get the little small one that almost looks like a heart. So I'm just gonna put white on these, and then go back and add the red stripes. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Make sure y'all are down low enough. I know I love, oh, What did I do? I love the crock pot meals. You don't know what you're having? I don't either, Donna. I don't either. And I said I wanted to go ahead and jump on here so I can be off in time for dinner, but I have no idea what I'm going to make. I have chicken in the fridge. I don't know what to make with it, though. But and y'all, I just want to tell you that my private group, I said it closed Monday. I opened it back up last night for somebody, and I left it open. So it's open through tonight if anybody is wanting to join still. Because I don't want to have to go in and close it and then open it back up. Because I've got 2 people joining tonight. They're supposed to join tonight, so I said I'd open it back up. So when I opened it for somebody last night, I was like, I'm not even going to go and close it and then have to open it again and then close it again. So it's open if anybody wants to join. I do have this month's project ready to go. And it's a cute one. It's a layered pumpkin kit. It's going to be really pretty. And then you'll get the supply list for a second project that I'm going to do. And I'm going to try to keep, I was just telling somebody about this and whatnot. Somebody was asking about the private group. I try to keep the second project where you just get the supply list. I try to keep it things that you could find like at Dollar Tree or things that you might already have in your craft stash. I don't want it to be stuff that you have to go out and buy a whole bunch of supplies for. So if you've got a lot of crafty stash like I do, you should have what you need. Okay. All right. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and jump around and paint all the little... One sign has this cookie dough with the cookie cutter and the rolling pin, and the other 2 have words on them. One says Sugar and Spice, and the other one says Gingerbread Baking Company. So while I've got that white out, I'm going to go ahead and paint my words white. Oh, my eye has been twitching. We're on day 3. What is it? It's so weird. It's like please don't message me and say it's something terrible. So don't scare me. Probably just a little twitch, but it's so weird. The same eye. Sugar. Well, it's backwards to y'all, but it really goes that way. Sugar and Spice. This is going to be so cute. And you know how I tell y'all sometimes I get these kits and I'll go in and play around with them, and like sometimes I'll shrink stuff down and make something different, and I'll enlarge something, or I'll use a piece of this kit with something from this kit. I can see so many little projects coming from these. You know, like I was just saying, like an ornament would be cute. A little, like a garland would be cute. Oh, I found the cutest kit. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I might have to do it in the morning, but it looks like Santa's, it looks like a little hanger. It's all a DIY kit, but it's like the cutout of like a little hanger, and it's like his little socks, Santa's little socks are hanging on a hanger, and then there's his little his little pants with the not overalls, his little pants with the suspenders are hanging from this little hanger, and then his coat. So many cute pieces just for, you know, for the holidays. And I'm like, oh, it's early. It's only October, but you know, you have to think about these things if you want to have time to make everything. You kind of got to get an early start. But I just think the gingerbread men are, it's just universal. Who doesn't love gingerbread men, you know? And gingerbread men and snowmen. Just popular. Okay. So I got gingerbread. I know it's backwards to y'all, but gingerbread. Okay, and then baking. And then coe. And then it's got the little dot, the little period there. Hey, Diane. You're gonna make one out of a creamer container. Oh yeah, I save my creamer containers. Of course, I use mine for storage, like for little beads and stuff like that, but we go through some coffee creamer around here. Does anybody know of a craft project you can use? You know how like sometimes if you get medicine in the mail that has to be refrigerated, it comes in one of those styrofoam, like a styrofoam box. We got something yesterday that had to be refrigerated, and it's a really nice styrofoam box with the lid and everything. Like the lid pops off. It's almost like a cooler. And I'm like, I told Greg, I said, don't throw that out yet. Did I lose y'all? Somebody's trying to call me. Sometimes that'll kick me off, and sometimes it doesn't. So, hi Kelly, welcome in. We're doing a new gingerbread themed kit, and this is gonna be a cute one. I can't wait. Okay, so I got my words, my greenery. You know what? I might as well. Let me see. Whoops. Let me see if I have my silver right here, because I want to paint my cookie cutter silver or copper. So let me see if I have one of my metallic paints right here. I thought, hang on one second. Oh, I see one. Hold on. Copper. Or silver. See, that's gray. Let's just, I guess we'll do copper. I don't see the silver. I think it's in the other room. So I'm going to do this copper color. Because now that I think about it, I have a copper gingerbread cookie cutter from Williams-Sonoma that's really big. Oh, y'all, I'm having a cookie cutter whatnot show, because I was telling Greg last night, I used to do clay. I used to do pottery stuff. So I was always rolling out and cutting stuff with cookie cutters to make like ornaments and stuff like that. I have a huge laundry basket in the basement, and it's up on this storage shelf. But it's a big laundry basket full of cookie cutters. So I asked him to get that down for me because I'm probably going to have to wash some of them. Some of them have not been used, but they've all been, I got them for clay, so they might have some, clay, dried clay on them. So he's supposed to get that basket down for me, but I'm having a whatnot auction on the 15th. It's just cookie cutters. Well, it says cookie cutters and tiered tray decor. So I'll probably do cookie cutters and have all kinds of little tiered tray pieces. Like, I think these pieces would be cute on a tiered tray, especially like this size right here. So different little pieces that might be cute to put if you decorate a tiered tray. So, y'all, if you are on Whatnot, go bookmark that show, because it's gonna be fun. But I've got so many cookie cutters, and I don't use them anymore. But I used to always buy them just for the clay, Oh, this is gonna be perfect. This is that metallic, it's called Worn Penny. You'll see that? It's a Deco Art metallic. So, I don't know, that's kind of blurry. And then that light hits it. Anyway, it's called Worn Penny. And this is perfect for a little copper cookie cutter. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so cute. Can y'all see the copper? It's so pretty. Okay, wait. Okay. All right. All right, let me get some red on the last two signs. Hey, Cora. Splatter cookie cutter. A large splatter cookie cutter. Let me think. I don't know. But I will look. When he gets that basket down and I go through, I'll look and see. People are carving pumpkins with cookie cutters. Oh. Yeah, that would make sense to just tap it with a little rubber mallet. Oh, that's a good idea. Gosh, I haven't carved a pumpkin in so long. It was always fun. Of course, here it's so warm that it doesn't take long for them to get nasty. You carve it, and next thing you know, there's like ants in it, and it's yuck. I'm ready for it to cool off. I'm ready for the fall festivals. They have a lot of them around here. I'm ready for stuff like that. Just walking around, looking at all the different booths, the vendor booths. When I had my pottery store, I set a timer that I had to go feed Riley, my daughter's dog, but she ended up bringing him over here today, so because she had to work tonight. So I don't have to go. No, when I had my pottery store, it was located in the old, it was called Old Town Sharpsburg, but I had the old post office building because the post office, our post office ended up building a bigger post office. I guess they outgrew that one. And so their old building was vacant, and I just happened to see it one day on my way to the post office, and I ended up opening up moving my pottery store to there. And they always had, it was a little old town. Seriously, it was like almost like all like antique shops and stuff. It was all vintage shops. And then the town hall, city hall, yeah, the town hall was right next door. But anyway, they always did, festivals there in the old town. They called it downtown. But it was so fun because we could set up, you could set up your booth. They had rented all the little booth spaces and to all the different vendors. And I miss that. I was telling Callie, my pottery store was a paint your own pottery studio. I don't know if y'all have ever seen any in your area, but it was basically a contemporary ceramic studio. So it wasn't like, back when I was little, we used to do ceramics, but you would go and they would pour the molds and you would clean the greenware and they would fire it to bisque and then you would paint it and then fire it again and all that stuff. Well, with mine, the contemporary, everything was already ready. So it had already been, cleaned and fired, and basically you came in, you picked a piece off the shelf. You came in and there was like shelves of all the different things you could do. And then you would just pick which one you wanted and you would sit down. There was all these tables and chairs, like a little cafe. And you would come in and pick your piece, sit down. I had like idea books. I had like a section, it was called like a design section. And there was like idea books. There was like baskets of like rubber stamps, foam stamps, stencils, all kinds of things to help you decorate. And then the table you sat down at, there would be like this. There would be a cup with just loaded down with like paint brushes and stuff like that. There was like Q-tips and just sponge, like these little sponge pouncers for polka dots and stuff. So basically you came in and everything was there. You just came in and used all my stuff, decorate your piece, and then you would leave it with me and I would glaze it, fire it, and you'd come back and pick it up in a few days. Well, I was telling Callie, of course my kids were young back then, and I was telling Callie, because her and my son both were like, God, don't you miss your pottery store? And I said, yes. I said, you know what I miss the most? I miss the people, because I went from working there, running that, and then when I sold it, I worked from home and all of my business was online. So I really never talked to anybody. Everything was like emails or, just online orders. And so, hang on, I'm sorry. I scrolled up earlier and I feel like I missed some comments. Hey, Ralph, if you're still here, I just saw that you were here. You live on 18 acres. Oh, I want some land so bad. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Sherry. You go to one? You go to a paint your own pottery? I miss it. Well, here's the thing. Callie and I were talking the other day, and I said, wouldn't it be cool? Remember how like mine was paint your own pottery? You just basically come in. I had all the stuff already there. You just come in, you paint it, you leave it. And I said, wouldn't it be cool if we had, instead of pottery, had kits? So you basically come in, here's all the kits already cut. There's samples, painted samples. You grab the kit you want to paint, you sit down at a table, Here's all the paints, you know, here's the paint bar, that's what we called it. All the brushes are on the table. You paint it. Here's the glue. You glue it. You pay for it and you go home. And she was like, Mom. I was like, oh God, don't get this idea in your head. She was like, that would be great. And I was like, I know, but here's my thing. Because Greg told me, he said, honey, if you want to do that, do it. I said, now my thing is, after 2020, with the quarantine and all that, I saw so many businesses shut down. And I saw so many people with, it was just out of their control. And I'm not one to talk about politics, so I'm not going to talk about politics. But I'm just going to say 2020 made me realize if I was still in my pottery shop or whatever, I would not have made it. Because, you know, so many people, you know, couldn't get out, wouldn't get out, you know. It was just, I don't know. So it makes me think that, you know, you never think about something like that happening. It could happen again, who knows, but it just made it, I can't imagine having to pay rent on that, because retail rent is so high. The utilities, my electric bill was like $800 a month. 804 I think was the highest it ever was. And that wasn't just from running the kiln, because I didn't think that was that bad, because I have a kiln here at my house, but it was electric, you know, I mean, not electric, it was commercial. You know, the rates are higher for commercial. But, I mean, that was running the AC to, you know, for a 3,000 square foot store, you know, you're running the AC. And then when we'd run the kiln, we really had to run the AC a little higher, because it would warm up in there. So I don't miss that part, you know. I remember every month when my rent on that place was like, it was $2,800 a month, or $2,845 a month. And I remember every time I'd write that check, my ex-husband, he would say, boy, that sure would be nice if it was going to our mortgage. And I was like, I know, wouldn't it? But, you know, retail or commercial space is pricey. So, but wouldn't that be cool? Like if you just walked in and all the kits are out, and you know, you don't have to wait for it to be shipped to you or anything. You just like, oh, I like that. Take it over to the table, start painting it. And I got all the paints there, the brushes. I just think that would be so fun. And now my kids are older. Well, I could get Callie to run it. When she was little, she used to try to help a lot. That was fun. Okay, I got all of my, I got everything except the frames that go around each sign. You'd be there every day painting a kit. You would just have to move here. You could move there and you could come work there too. Yeah, I think it's going to go off I hope it doesn't bump y'all off. It's probably going to go off every few minutes. The only way to turn it off is to click on it and go in and turn it off. But I think if I click on it, it's going to take me off of this page. So I'm not going to do that. So it's probably going to go off again in 5 minutes. I'm sorry. Okay, but we got all our pieces. Let's see. I don't know. I think I'm going to do the frame like a cream color. I just had it. Hang on. I just had my cream color. It's like an antique white. What is it, Cooper? Oh, that's not it. Hang on. Yep, antique white. do antique white. All right. Y'all, I brought this bag. Can y'all hear that? That was my ringtone. Or did it freeze? Sorry. Why does everybody want to call me when I go live? Okay, I hope y'all are still here. No, I wanted to show y'all something I found at Dollar Tree that I haven't seen there before. Maybe y'all have seen them. Look at these. They were over near the picture frames. They were $1.25. Look how pretty that is. Look, it's got a little tassel, and they had this shape. And then they have this one. Isn't that pretty? Wait, here we go. So it's got a little tassel on the bottom. So there was this shape, and then this one, and I think they had a square one too, but I didn't get it. And then they had the round one. Aren't they pretty? I have no idea where I'm gonna put them, but I was like, these are kind of nice. It'd be pretty hanging, like, you know, from a little doorknob. Like, I'm thinking like the closet doorknob. I don't know. Or on a shelf, like laying, like with a little stack of books or something. I don't know. I thought they were really pretty for $1.25. So I got them. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I don't think I got a. Yeah, I think there was a square one also. I didn't get a square one though. I thought those were pretty. Yes, from Dollar Tree. They were over by the picture frames for $1.25. All right, all we've got left is this border and one more border. This one. And then we can go ahead and put it together. I did these cream color, but I'm probably, I don't know, I might end up dry brushing another color over it. I'm not sure. I just thought since this is going to be red, the background, might be pretty in black too. Hi, Debbie. Yeah, what would you do with those? I think they'd be pretty on a shelf, or I used to have these little pottery hearts. I still have them. And they have like a little cord hanger, and I have them hanging from, the hearts are only about that big, and then they have, they're just hanging from a little string, but I have them on the, you know, on a lamp where you turn the lamp on and off, the little twisty thing. They're hanging from there, so they kind of dangle down, like from the shade, the lamp shade. They're really pretty. I thought it might be pretty like that. All right, I'm gonna let those dry a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna put hang on. Okay. Something on it. All right, let me. Hi, Stephanie. Welcome in. All right, let's go ahead and put this one together. So you can see, because it's got the little etched lines on it, so you can still see where everything goes. Sorry, it's that timer. The only way to go in and turn it off is to leave Facebook and go and do it. So I'm sorry. It's gonna freeze up every time it goes off, and I have to snooze it. I'm sorry. I totally forgot that I had that set. But right, let me get some glue on here. So it's gonna freeze up every time I do that, or every time it does that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I went to scratch my face. I still have the Q-tip in my hand. Alright, get the greenery. You want to kind of do these back to back so you can match them up. You know, you don't want to glue one on and then go back later and it doesn't line up. So okay. Right. Okay, so there's this part so far. I don't want the cookie cutter hanging off too far because I don't want it to get broken. You know, if it's, I always think about when I put these together, I always think about when I pack them up, like at the end of the season. You know, if you've got pieces hanging off the edge too far, it's probably going to get snapped off. Or at least in my house, the way things get packed up, it could get snapped off easily. All right, so I want to do, I want to dry brush so it looks like flour around the cookie dough. So I'm going to do, some on the red here where the cookie dough is going to sit, as well as on the cookie dough. So I'm just going to get a little bit of white on my chip brush here. Some on the cookie dough too. And on the cookie. Where's the cookie? I guess on the rolling pin too, huh? You know how you have flour everywhere when you roll out cookies. This is gonna be so cute, y'all. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna glue my cookie dough down first. And then I'm going to put the cookie. The cookie fits right in there, but the way it cuts out on the Glowforge like as one piece. Well, all in one cut. So the way it cuts out, when you take this off, this makes the cookie cutter, but then it leaves a little gap there, so it's going to actually show where it's going to have like an outline where it's cut out. So you just kind of center it in there. Oh, he's gonna be so cute. That timer's probably about to go off again. So I'm probably gonna freeze up on y'all for a second. Look how cute. Okay, so we're going to do the cookie cutter kind of laying off to the side, overlapping it. Hold on. Alright, so let's do cookie cutter there. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Teresa. I know I love gingerbread. That's what I was just saying. Who doesn't love gingerbread? They're just, and snowmen, you know? They're so sweet. Okay. Okay, so I gotta do the little accent, but can y'all see the, hold on, let me hold it. Can y'all see the little cookie cutter? Isn't that cute? Okay, I'm gonna take a little darker brown and just hit like the edges of that rolling pin, just a little bit, so it'll stand out some. Okay. All right. It has this little accent that goes up here. I'm just going to add some little bitty red stripes on it. I hear one of the dogs sighing. He's like, he's bored. Okay. Go ahead and do these too. All right, one more. Hey, Donna. Hey, Lydia. Lydia, did you say you're moving furniture? I fell off a ladder. I rearranged my living room and I fell off the ladder. Well, I fell coming down the ladder. And the ladder came down on top of me. Man, my back still doesn't feel good. But I was trying to move stuff on the entertainment center. What is it, Maggie? You're going to have to hold on, honey. Okay, hold on. Maggie got a haircut. She doesn't even look like the same dog anymore. When I look at her, I just laugh. She kind of looks like my son's dog, but smaller. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. How cute. Okay. Let me put, I'm going to also dry brush the greenery up here. I think it'll look prettier. Okay, you gotta wait, baby. I know. Woo. That's usually what she does when she's trying to tell me she's got to go out. Can you hold it, honey? Greg's not here, so she's gonna have to wait. Right up at that. No. Oh, good. Okay. hold on. Let me zap this real quick. Stay right there, okay? Stay right there. Stay with me. Stay with me. Keep talking. Yeah, lay down. Okay. Look how cute. Oh my goodness. This might be my new favorite. Sit down, Maggie. Okay, this should come together pretty quick. Okay, so then we've got this one and this one. That's the little one over there. Come here, Maggie. Please stay up here with me. Come here. I don't trust her now. Okay, so each one has a greenery piece. And you can see the outline of it, so you know where it goes. You should. There we go. Okay, let me put the glue on it. Stay right here, honey. You know what? I'm just going to put glue in the outline. Come here, girl. Maggie. Y'all, I'm afraid she's going to use the bathroom in the house. Okay. And the frame. I let them out before I came on, but Maggie tends to forget what she's out there for, and she's too distracted by squirrels and falling leaves, you know. She wants to know who threw the leaf at her, so she's gonna bark, 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 bark. She's funny. You can see her out the window. She'll be like standing there and a leaf will fall from the tree, and she'll jump up and look around like, who threw that? And then she'll start barking. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it was a leaf. Okay. I'm just going to go over this a little bit. Okay. And dry brush. Okay, so this one says sugar and spice. Hey, Tina Marie. Didn't see you pop in. Uh-oh. And you could arrange these words any way you want. Like you could do sugar and spice or however. Oh. Oh, did I lose a piece? Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. I was like, oh gosh. Okay. Sugar and spice. Okay. And then this one gets a candy cane and the other one gets a candy cane. Alright, so there's sugar and spice. And that one. I love, this is my favorite one. I could see this one done even bigger, you know, or maybe doing that design on. But this next one is cool too. It's got Gingerbread Baking Company or Gingerbread Baking Co. Let's see. You just did the give thanks one with the sunflowers. I think Amanda was just doing that one. I think. Amanda, did you do your, no, that's thankful. Never mind. I'm thinking of, but you know what? This set is like the, this is the gingerbread trio. There's that pumpkin spice trio. I think that one's in my shop. It's got the 3. And then I had the red, white, and blue, the little patriotic one, but for some reason, something happened with my file and I couldn't cut it anymore. And I reached out to the designer and she's like, I have no idea what happened. So I tried downloading it again, but it's not, I couldn't get it to cut. It was weird. Okay. Here's the frame. All right, we're almost done. I can't believe that little alarm hadn't gone off again. I thought it was like every 5 minutes or something, maybe 3 minutes. Okay. Ready? Yeah, the pumpkin spice like this. So cute. feel like the red is too plain, so I'm just adding some little dusting, even though there's no cookies on this one, but okay. All right, this one's gingerbread. Baking. Go. Okay. All right, this is the last of it. This would be cute for, like, if you have a little baking station. I posted a picture recently of a big old hutch that I saw at the thrift store, and I was saying I don't have any room for it, but I have always wanted one of those big old hutch, and give it a makeover and turn it into like a baking station. You know, a place to keep like my stand mixer on it, and all my baking pans could go in, like, you know, the little drawers or the cabinets or whatever. Have like pretty containers like for flour, sugar, all that stuff. It'd be so fun to have something like that if you had room, and then decorate it up, you know, for the different seasons and stuff. This would be so cute on a little baking station, or if you had like a little baker's hutch. This would be cute on there. Be cute to have a little banner. I might have to make a banner that goes with this. Okay, I'll get baking on here. Maggie is looking out the window now. Baking, cool. That's too much. Okay, I think that's it. That's it. All right, so, yep. Okay, there's all three pieces. So I got sugar and spice. I know it's backwards. Somebody will watch the replay and say, this is backwards. I know it's backwards. My camera is flipped. So you got sugar and spice. And then you got the best one, the little cookie, the cookie cutter. I love that cookie cutter. This one, we're definitely gonna have to do something like this would make a great ornament. I might have to take and do a round one, maybe just cut out some of these pieces, the dough with the cookie. So the dough and the cookie cutter and the rolling pin. How cute would that be as a little ornament, especially if you do one of those gingerbread themed Christmas trees. So there's, let me see if I can hold them all three. that, and that. Oh, what? I didn't glue that on. Hold on. I didn't glue my little candy cane on. You can see it's barely getting all the spots. This wood glue is really good though. It grips on there. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. How cute! Okay, if nobody has gone and bought this yet, I'm gonna put this set on sale. So hang on. Hang on a second. Where is my shop? Hang on. Products. I'm going to put this set on sale through tonight since I just did this live. So hang on one sec. Let me find it. I was just saying I have the hardest time navigating this Shopify store, but products. Okay, search. Where's the search bar? Oh, there it is. Okay, search gingerbread. It's called the Gingerbread Trio DIY Kit. Okay, let me see. How do you put it on sale? I'm asking y'all. Aren't they cute? Okay, let's see. There's 16. Let's do. Well, oh, I think I could have turned off that that alarm from here, maybe. Hang on, y'all. I'm just looking. I was looking for a calculator. I think there would be one on there. Let's see. 16. Let's see. I am so sorry about Maggie. I'm having to do old school math because I don't have my calculator. Okay, I'm going to do them 15% off. So if anybody's interested in getting one. There it is. 1360. Okay. Save. Okay, I think it's on sale for 15% off. I don't think that'll work with any other coupon codes. It might. If it does, go for it. If it doesn't, I don't know. I don't know if it'll combine discount codes, but it might. So if it does, you would get, you know, even bigger sale. So anyway, I'm putting this on sale through tonight. If anybody sees this and wants one, and if you make one and you do it different, send me a picture. I always like to see it. But how cute is that? I'm going to play around with this some more because I really love that design right there. I'll come up with some other pieces that are like that. Other stuff like ornaments, tag. A little gift tag would be cute too. Oh, it'd be cute too. Like if you make baked goods for somebody and then tie that on there and give it as a gift, and then they could keep they could eat the baked goods, and then they could keep the ornament or tag or whatever for around their house. Yeah, Shopify confuses me, but I like it, but I just need to learn it better. I think if I understood it better, I would love it, but I don't know. Etsy's easy, but it's so expensive, you know? So, anyway. Okay. Maggie is like at her wit's end. So, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. If you want to get one, grab it. I put the link to it in that last post that I did saying I was about to go live in a few minutes. So if you go to my page, you'll see it, and the link will take you right to it, so you don't have to go search for it in Shopify. But okay, I'm coming. Thank y'all for hanging out, and I will talk to y'all again soon. Y'all have a great night. Bye.